everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back in with another movie review. Yesterday I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy, which I had been waiting for the longest time to see since it first came out, and Dan actually took me to it yesterday, and I thought it was the best Marvel movie I've seen in a good long while. All the characters, Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, Groot, Rocket, who's a genetically created creature. Groot is this sentient plant being. All I can say is I am Groot. Of course, Rocket has to translate for him. It's quite hilarious. And then you've got Drax, who reminds me of Equus from Homestuck. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way he speaks. He speaks in this very eloquent manner, and and when he was talking, I thought, oh my lord, this is Equus. Definitely. I mean, I could just see Equus, and I could see Gamora, a different version of Gamora, as Nepeta. Now Groot, I don't know. It would probably be more like a character like Kurlos, because all he says is "I'm Groot," but I don't know. He's a messianic character, so maybe Cancri, but Cancri talks a lot, so it wouldn't be Cancri. Now, Star-Lord would definitely be Solix. Solix or Karkat. Because he's just rude, and he doesn't have any problem telling off the authorities and being the leader. And they all argue, so it's funny. And I don't know if any of you other Homestucks out there would agree with that, but I definitely saw that in there, and that was one more reason I loved it. And sorry to go off on a Homestuck rant there, but I just had to. It's really a sensational Marvel film, and everything done with it is superb. The plot is exemplary. I'm not going to go over what the plot is about. It concerns an orb. Let me just put it that way. An orb on planet Morag that the Star-Lord, aka Peter Quill, retrieves, and he's stopped along the way because Damaru, this bounty hunter who basically took him from his mother when she was dying. She had cancer. You could see that because she had her head shaved. He's taken from his mother and his father, his birth, his identity, his whole heredity is kind of a mystery. He says you're Terran, but you're something else, and they never go into what his father is. So he kind of has that mystical origin, and I Star-Lord's my favorite. I love Star-Lord. I mean, he's bombastic, he's in your face, he's iconoclastic, he's a rebel, and I like that. And he breaks the rules, and I just like, oh, he's awesome. Plus, he's got this really good taste in music, and the only thing is so funny is he likes his music so much, and he wants his Walkman back, and there are lots of running gags with that, and it's so funny. And same thing with Rocket. Rocket has a lot of running gags with stealing body parts and whatnot. Yeah, if you see the movie, you understand what I'm talking about. But there are a lot of good points in this film, and there's a little blip at the end that was really enjoyable too. So stay tuned for the credits. CGI was dazzling, just absolutely gorgeous. I have the soundtrack. I've got, Awesome Mix was part of the first CD, and the second CD is the soundtrack, which I really like, especially I Am Groot. That's when he gives them light, and when Rocket says, Peter says, where did you learn to do that? And then Rocket says, probably the answer is I am and Groot. I mean, there are so many good lines in this movie. It's so funny. And I give it 5 stars, hands down, 2 thumbs straight up, and I absolutely loved it. And it finally gets to see who Thanos is, because Thanos, I'm not sure if it was at the end of Thor, the first Thor. I think it's the first Thor. It's either first Thor or second Thor. No, first Thor. Maybe. Is that 1 or 2? I can't remember which. But we get to meet him at the end of either the first Thor or second Thor, and we start like, who the heck is that? And now Guardians of the Galaxy, we're led into that, and we get to see who he is, and who Ronan is, and the whole concept of this whole epic that's unveiling before us. And we realize that Ronan's just a puppet underneath Thanos' control. And then you've got Nebula, and Nebula is actually Gamora's sister, and they fight. As far as Homestuck characters are involved, she seems to be a Vriska type. Definitely a Vriska type. She's like, get out of my way. And I thought, woo, yeah, I don't like her. I like Gamora. She's, she's a warrior. She's she can handle her own self, and she's just badass, and I love her character for that, and she's just incredible. But as far as characters are concerned, I will list my favorites from first to last. But I'm going to do a tie. I know, I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be doing ties. But, of course, Peter Quill is my favorite. I absolutely adore him. And then my second favorite is a combination of Groot and Rocket, because they're a team. They have to be together. Groot's the muscle, and Rocket is this interpreter, and Rocket's this mad, ingenious innovator of sorts. He always comes up with plans on the fly, and he's very integral in the group. Then I would say Drax and Gamora, they're also tied because they are kind of foils for each other. Drax is a living thesaurus. And he takes everything literally, and I think that's so hilarious, and they have a lot of running gags with that. And there was, of course, Stan Lee, and a lot of people didn't know he was going to be in it. Well, he did say in one of his reviews that he was going to be in the remainder of his films, so long as he was able to do so. And I'm like, yeah, go for it, Stan. Woohoo! I mean, take on the world. You can still do it. I mean, he's like a young kid. He's got the energy. He can take on an army. So I'm glad that he's still being a cameo in his movies. It's just awesome. And it just makes me fangirl all the more. It's what Rocket says that really made me guffaw. I mean, literally guffaw. And Dad didn't get it. He's like, nah. Like, that's Stan Lee. And like, oh, Stan Lee. I'm like, do I have to go through this again? In my head. I'm not out loud. In my head. Because I don't want to hurt my papa's feelings. No, I'm not the type. I'm too nice. So, basically, I'm like, say nothing, do nothing, just watch the movie, enjoy the movie, laugh, and cry. And I even cried, which I wasn't expecting. But the ending was tremendous. I'm looking forward to further Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and we have a lot to look forward to as Marvel fans, even with new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is actually improving. I know, haters gonna hate, but it's actually getting better. So this coming season, I think, is going to be even better because it's more of a prequel than anything else. But still, it's very, 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 very well done, and I'm looking forward to more in the future.